smart guy, so this is my test if I can pass on my talk in like 5 minutes. I've got 5 slides, 1 minute each slide should be good enough for you guys. But look, I'm an aviator. I've been flying aircrafts for 24 years, licensed to fly 17 different kinds of aircraft, both general aviation as well as commercial aviation. Rescue pilot, have done 57 missions till now. I'm an engineer, 32 patents, 17 of them get me royalty. I'm an investor, I invest in deep tech companies, hardware. I don't understand software that much. And I've started learning to teach. My IQ is going down. So the best way to keep your IQ up so that you can compete with today's generation is basically to teach and learn from them. Teach is just a pretense, but I learn from them. Okay, why innovation happens? Innovation happens. This is my thesis. Innovation happens, and it is happening very fast in today's world because no one is happy. When your customers, your employees, and your regulators, all three of them are unhappy, then disruption happens. It's happening in the airline. The airline was my last corporate job. I don't work for anyone. Everyone is unhappy. Look at banks. Everyone is unhappy. Look at insurance agencies. Everyone is happy. Manufacturing, they are trying to find out here what is going to happen, whether EV is going to happen. Power sector, they don't know whether sodium is the future, lithium is the future, or hydrogen is the future, because everyone is unhappy, and that's the best time to create something. These are the times where we are living, where technology is driving. So anyone who says that technology is enabler, I think they are living in a different world. I used to live in that particular world, but learned my lesson the hard way. We are living in times where technology are becoming protocol. Look at crypto. Crypto not from a sense of fakeness, but look at crypto from a sense for the first time in the history of computation. We have computer science protocols becoming laws and compliance. Never ever happened in the history of mankind. On the other hand, we have data, and everyone says data is fuel, data is this, data is that. But the fact of the matter is that automobiles today are driven by data. They are not driven by mechanics of machines. They're driven by data and data-driven mechanics. And anything in between. There's several examples I will share. I'm not going to spend some time on that. This is past. Most of you guys are C-level VPs, CTOs, CIOs, CEOs, CEOs. You guys know more than me that how business is changing. But these are the economies which are coming up. I don't invest in these economies. I invest in deep tech because I'm a patriot also. So I think that India will be one of the 3 or 4 countries which is going to create machines which are going to write algorithms which will fuel the future next 24 years. The reason is the problems which we have, they are going to become the postulates and solutions for the world because unit economics, while it's on our side, our problems are very, very unique. And fortunately for us, those problems, West is facing for the first time, both from a geopolitics perspective and also from the perspective of economics. So that's my thesis. So I invest in space. Search for a company known as 𝐒𝐴𝐚𝐧𝐠𝐫𝐢. 𝐒𝐴𝐚𝐧𝐶 is a company based out of Indian Institute of Science. They are working on space situational awareness. Anyone who has studied Ukraine-Russia war, the war didn't start on land, it actually started somewhere when the satellite alignments were happening. But more than that, they are looking to capture a $2 trillion economy which is going to unfold by 2042. And so on and so forth. Electron economy, Chara, remarkable founders. They are creating reluctance motors, but that's not a fact because most of us who understand machines and drive automobile, they don't understand which motor is there in their machine or this AC and everything else. Most of them are based on rare earth metals. Rare earth metals are geopolitical in nature and we cannot afford that kind of geopolitical risk or the cost for those particular rare earth metals. So these remarkable guys, they've actually created a motor which is rare earth free reluctance motor. Reluctance motor, please browse. And so on and so forth. So I invest in these kind of companies and I learn from them. And I genuinely feel that deep tech economies will drive future, especially futures of India. Some glimpse. If you think last 14 years, roughly about $20 billion have gone into space economy around the world. And today itself, the valuation, if I take the valuation of it's public SpaceX, it's public almost, it's a $4 trillion company. So people are making tons of money by investing in deep tech. I think the time for India to create machines, time for India to converge economies into computational sciences has come. Remarkable founders and remarkable companies are coming up. And people who are in established organizations, large organizations especially, they need to understand that why disruption is not incremental anymore. Why we just can't afford incremental innovation. And my last one, this is about my credibility. 14 years back, I sold my first robot, and I told not to be named company because I lose money. I still get royalty out of them. So they literally own my patent, and the machine. I told them a new language will appear between humans and machines. They didn't believe me at that particular time, but they did pay my money. It's true today. One of the other things which I also mentioned 6 years later, that teachers will be replaced by intelligent robots, which have already started in one of the schools in Bangalore a month back news. My last prediction, which may be one of the reasons why I had to leave an airline, that was a joke. I predicted that cabin crew and pilots will not be required. So it was, will not be required. Trust me, you know, some of the work which is happening in some of the leading airlines, they will not be required because you don't require that kind of service. So there is some credibility to that. I was one of the earliest investors, not to be named again, in one of the companies because I said that institution of marriage will be seriously under threat. How you socialize and how you get engaged and how you code each other will be. Look, nobody believed me, my parents didn't believe me, and it has come true. And my next prediction, which I've been saying, and that's my thesis, is that few countries in South Asia, hopefully India as a leader, and most countries in Africa are going to lead the civilization for the next 25, 30 years, because the kind of complex problems which we have and the kind of unit economics which are in our favor, that will change the world forever. Look, this is all I wanted to say. I wanted to give you more examples. Just being an aviator, I'm sharp on time and leave on time. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.